How do you finance, like, all these projects?
Yeah. I sell artwork. My art is really expensive. That's how. I have an installation that's up right now at a gallery called Black Rat Projects, which is near Cargo Bar. And yeah.
Just up the road.
Yeah, it's not that far, so.
And what's your name again?
My name is Callie, but the artist name that I go by is Swoon.
Swoon. How
Yeah.
do you spell it?
SWOON.
Sorry, I'm
No,
very
it's fine.
bad at names and artists.
Yeah, no, it's
Do you have a website?
Swoon.
I don't have a website, but if you Google, you can find different projects. And the different, like the boats was called Miss Rockaway Armada, and then Swimming Cities of Serenissima, and then, I mean, each project kind of has a name, and so like the different projects have their own sites, but I don't myself have a site.
So then how do you find the time to kind of do your own artwork? I mean, because
It's hard. Yeah, I am like have off and on periods. Like I'll spend like 3 months or like 4 months will go by and I'll be like, I haven't even made a drawing because all I'm doing is like building rafts or something. So yeah.
And how long are you doing this for? Because it seems like a life.
Like 10 years. I just turned 34. So maybe longer, 10, 12 years. But I mean, it seems like a lifetime because I am working collaboratively. Like I'm showing you all these things, but like there are kind of hundreds of people that are like also involved in this process. So it seems like a lifetime because it is a lifetime in a way because of how much goes into it.
With the boat projects, what kind of skills did people need to have to make them? I mean, did you have carpenters and people who knew what they were doing?
Yes, super importantly, like, I mean, yeah, it's like anything where like you just try to, it's like all these people who have spent their lives like just like fiddling together like everything and just building things together, and so just like learning how to make things go and like learning how to make things go on very little and learning how to make things go when people tell you you can't, and just kind of like developing that ethos. And so yeah, and then some people who didn't know it all and who just were learning, and like I am one of those people. Like I really am not a great builder, but like every time I work on something I learn a little bit more. But yeah, builders, like we had somebody who had been part of the Floating Neutrinos, which was that group that had gone transatlantic. She hadn't gone transatlantic, but she helped us when we were first trying to learn how to navigate, and like just always like reaching out for like what were like the skills that were needed and just like filling in the picture.
Do you still think of yourself as a street artist? That's how people describe you.
Yeah, I've never thought of myself as being like sort of solely a street artist. It's something that I still do and that I kind of always do, but it's definitely not totally all-consuming as it was when I started. And I think that, you know, people call me a street artist because it's really helpful to oversimplify it. It's like in the same way that people will write about these like boat projects and things as though I did it all by myself, like single-handedly with one hand or whatever. It's just like because like there's like this massive like desire to oversimplify like when you're trying to write about and explain things. But of course there's like always more to a story, you know.
So a boat, a street, and a house artist.
There you go. But that's just not as catchy. It's like long and kind of no one else
So what
doing
did you
it.
do
It's
on
a
the
similar
street?
genre. I make posters and paste them up, like drawings and prints and stuff.
Do you have some of your drawings like here to show?
Well, just the ones. Did you see the whole thing, or
okay,
yeah, it was like
in the church.
it was the earlier. Yeah, no, it was in the earlier thing. So I don't know like how many people that came in after. Also, I was going really fast, so I didn't explain much of it. If there's anything you want me to show again, I can.
It was very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
amazing. Where do you feel is your inspiration coming from? I mean, like, you know,
Just
where do
the
you get...
world. Just kind of no, really, like just looking
maybe
around.
it's not like, you know, like
You take some
inspiration.
drugs, haha.
No,
No drugs.
no, I'm the opposite. I don't drink. I don't smile. I'm like a square.
Fantastic.
I'm the
I
biggest.
don't
Yeah.
mean so much inspiration, but you seem very confident, and I think, I mean, like, you know, that's probably like helping you a lot to pull all these things
For
together.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, stupidity.
Where's the confidence coming from?
Okay, it's like it's like half just being confident in the way that like when I started making art as a kid, I like received this kind of confidence, which I think was like a huge gift and like has like carried me through so much. And then the rest, I really like. It's like funny to say, but I don't ever have a concept of what how long things take and how much goes into them. So every time I like underestimate and I'm like, oh, we can just do this, and like it's almost like a certain, I know it's very stupid, but it's almost like a certain kind of like naivete where I'm just like, oh, this can happen, but like really I'm kind of an idiot and I shouldn't think it could happen. But like just that like belief that it can happen, somehow you just like make it occur. But if I was like more realistic, I'd be like, oh no, that's not gonna work, and I would like stop. But because I'm just like a little bit too dumb, I just like keep going, and I don't know, it works.
It works very well.
So
Yeah.
do you think there's a link between art and action?
You know, I think that like in that way that like if you can communicate, and if you can like communicate soulfully, and if you can like reach something in people, I feel like that's the link. You know, it's like it's not, I don't think that it alone is action, but I do think, and maybe it is in a way, I mean, I think that like, I feel like in some ways, like it really shouldn't be underestimated, like the importance of kind of like that psychological survival and that like soulfulness that's like provided by creativity in any situation. But I do understand that like simply communicating isn't action, but like I do think that they can strengthen each other. Yeah, cool. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.